there were big moments yesterday, but also on what's being projected, specifically by the First Lady.
This event took place on Inauguration Day, when a simple hat steals the spotlight on one of the most important days in American politics. The internet couldn't stop talking about Melania and Donald Trump's intriguing body language during Inauguration Day.
You know, the fact that Mrs. Trump really brought it to life speaks to her presence.
And it all began with that now famous hat. Was it just a fashion statement, or did it reveal something deeper about their relationship? Every gesture they made seemed to have a meaning. This video uncovers the subtle cues, the awkward exchanges, and the hidden messages behind their actions on that historic day. Stick around as we explore what their body language really says about their connection.
Now, first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you.
Trump's inauguration wasn't just a ceremony. It felt like a moment where history, glamour, and curiosity converged. The world was watching, not just for the politics, but for the spectacle that brought together influential figures from across the globe. High-profile leaders, tech innovators, and cultural icons shared the stage, but it wasn't the crowd or even President Trump who captured hearts that day. It was Melania Trump, whose presence and style told a story all their own. Her look during the swearing-in ceremony was unforgettable. A navy silk wool coat paired with a pencil skirt and ivory blouse, designed by Adam Lippis. The simplicity of her outfit spoke volumes, a balance of refinement and patriotism. Every detail, from the matching navy pumps to her custom Eric Javits hat, reflected a quiet sophistication that felt timeless and relatable. Then came the inaugural balls, and with them, a shift. Melania stunned in a black and white Hervé Pierre gown, an ensemble that turned heads for its bold elegance. But what really sparked whispers was an unexpected outfit she reportedly wore during a private luncheon, a choice so striking it left people wondering what it meant about the woman behind the role. Beyond the fashion, subtle interactions between Melania and Donald Trump added another layer of intrigue. Observers dissected every gesture, every glance. Was her smile a mask or a message? In those quiet, fleeting moments, she seemed to embody a complexity that resonated far beyond the surface. In a day full of power and ceremony, Melania's understated elegance reminded us all that sometimes the quietest moments leave the deepest impressions. Let's step into the moment that had everyone talking, the first dance. After Donald Trump was sworn in as president, he and Melania took the stage at the Commander-in-Chief Ball for their inaugural dance. The song, a heartfelt rendition of Elvis Presley's An American Trilogy, set a poignant tone. Yet, it wasn't the melody that captivated the audience. It was the unspoken tension between them, sparking countless whispers and debates. What did they say to each other as they moved under the spotlight? Lip reader Jeremy Freeman claims Trump softly said, "Nobody let me down today." Melania, composed as ever, reportedly responded, "Today is the day, no one we will ever forget." Trump's reply, "You're right there, I'll learn, I'll fight," left people wondering. Was it a glimpse of his inner resolve or just a cryptic remark typical of him? When Melania followed with, "I got you," his enigmatic response, "We'll see," stirred even more curiosity. Body language experts quickly joined the conversation, analyzing their every step and glance. While Trump leaned in close, holding her tightly, Melania seemed to subtly lean away, her posture reserved yet poised. One expert noted how her movements felt deliberate, as though she was fulfilling a duty rather than embracing the moment. Another observed how Trump's gestures often sought her approval, hinting at a dynamic where his affection seemed more pronounced. Yet Melania is far from passive. Those who know her recognize the quiet strength she carries. Early in their relationship, she famously refused to give Trump her number, a clear sign she wasn't easily won over. Even now, her calm exterior often hides a sharp determination that keeps her grounded amidst the chaos. Though their dance felt more formal than intimate, Melania's grace was undeniable. In a room full of cameras and judgmental eyes, she held her composure, embodying dignity in a way that's relatable to anyone who's ever had to stand strong in a vulnerable moment. Ultimately, the dance was more than choreography. It became a window into their complex relationship, leaving everyone wondering about the stories hidden behind their shared yet distant connection. Let's talk about the hat. Melania Trump's bold, wide-brimmed white hat during the inauguration wasn't just an accessory. It became a moment that caught the world's attention, sparked debates, and quietly told a story. Body language experts believe the hat wasn't only about fashion, but also about creating space, both literally and emotionally. Darren Stanton, an expert in this field, noted that the hat allowed Melania a kind of shield, a way to control how much of herself the cameras and the world could truly see. Think about the weight of those moments, every gaze, every click of a camera, every whispered judgment. For someone like Melania, who has often shown a preference for stepping back from the spotlight, this wasn't just a choice. It felt like an intentional boundary. The solemn demeanor, the minimal eye contact, the absence of a smile, it all seemed to say, "I'm here, but on my terms." Even her choice of color spoke volumes. Navy blue at a Republican event might not seem groundbreaking, but in a sea of red and white, it whispered independence. It's a shade tied to calm, control, and even alignment with perspectives beyond the expected. Some saw it as a bold, quiet statement, a way of saying, "I stand apart, but I'm still part of this moment." And yet, the hat became the focus of fascination. Social media lit up with reactions, some hailing it as iconic, others joking about its size or purpose. But beneath the humor and critique, there was admiration. The hat wasn't just a symbol of elegance. It was her way of navigating an overwhelming day with grace. Stanton believed it was a protective layer, allowing her to manage the emotional toll of constant scrutiny. As the day unfolded, every gesture between Melania and Donald Trump, every glance was studied. Yet, through it all, there was an undeniable poise in how Melania carried herself, reminding us all of the strength it takes to remain composed when every move becomes a story. Have you ever noticed how a single glance or fleeting gesture can speak louder than words? For Melania Trump, moments like these have captured the curiosity of millions. Take the 2021 World Series game in Atlanta, a night meant for cheering and celebration, but one unforgettable expression stole the show. As the Trumps stood in the stadium, Donald's excitement was unmistakable, clapping and grinning for the cameras. Melania at first mirrored his enthusiasm, her smile polite and poised. But then, as if the mask slipped for just a second, her expression shifted. The smile vanished, and there it was, a sharp, undeniable eye roll. It wasn't subtle. It was the kind of look that seemed to reveal everything she wasn't saying aloud. Within hours, the moment went viral. Social media turned it into pure internet magic, flooding platforms with memes, captions, and playful speculations. People couldn't get enough of imagining what might have been going through her mind. Body language experts quickly joined the conversation, peeling back layers of this viral clip. Analysts like Darren Stanton noted how moments like these offer rare glimpses into the authentic dynamics between the former president and First Lady. He explained how Melania's reserved, private nature often contrasts with Donald's bold and exuberant demeanor. These subtle, unguarded moments resonate because they feel so human. They remind us that even behind the public facade, emotions slip through. In a world of constant scrutiny, it's these unscripted flashes of authenticity that leave us both intrigued and empathetic. It was a moment that seemed ordinary at first, a presidential couple stepping off Air Force One onto a red carpet. But what happened next became an unforgettable flashpoint in the public's imagination. As the Trumps arrived at Ben Gurion Airport, the stage was set with all the grandeur you'd expect. Dignitaries waiting, cameras clicking, and every detail carefully choreographed. Yet, amidst the formality, something entirely human unfolded. Donald reached for Melania's hand, a seemingly simple gesture. But in an instant, her response, a quick, almost instinctive swat, sent ripples far beyond the red carpet. Her stride remained composed, unbroken, as if the moment hadn't happened at all. The cameras, however, missed nothing, and neither did the world. By the time the footage hit the internet, it had taken on a life of its own. Memes and tweets flooded timelines as people everywhere projected their own interpretations onto the scene. Was it frustration, a message, or just a fleeting reaction? Everyone had a theory, from casual observers to body language experts dissecting every second. Years later, Melania offers her own perspective in an upcoming memoir. She explains it wasn't what people thought. The red carpet was simply too narrow for comfort. A practical explanation, sure, but the world seems reluctant to let go of its assumptions. Perhaps what resonates most about this moment is its rawness. Beyond the spectacle and roles, it was a brief glimpse of something unpolished, something real. And maybe that's why it continues to linger in our minds, because it reminds us that even under the spotlight, the smallest actions can echo loudly. Of course, that moment wasn't the end of the story. With Donald and Melania Trump, even the smallest gestures seem to spark endless debate. Take the stairs incident of 2017, for example. As they stepped off Air Force One at Joint Base Andrews, the spotlight didn't just capture their descent, it captured a curious distance between them. Donald charged ahead, all smiles and salutes, while Melania lingered, moving with a calm, deliberate grace. Was she left behind, or was there more to it? What if Melania slowed her pace on purpose? Over the years, she's shown a talent for subtle moves that speak louder than words. This moment felt no different. Her unhurried steps seemed almost intentional, as if to say, "You go ahead, I'll join when I'm ready." It sparked curiosity, even speculation about the dynamics at play. Was it a quiet assertion of independence or simply a desire for a moment of her own? Critics weren't silent. Social media buzzed with questions, some asking if this was another sign of disconnection. Does she even want to walk with him? One user wondered aloud. Others called it awkward, yet undeniably intriguing. And then there were the etiquette experts, diving into the discussion. Jacqueline Whitmore noted that traditionally, a man descends ahead of a woman to assist her if she trips. However, she added, Trump didn't exactly wait for her or offer his hand. A gentleman might have paused at the bottom to guide her. But perhaps that wasn't what Melania wanted. Experts in body language offered another take, suggesting her measured pace and deliberate distance might be sending a subtle message of control. It wasn't about following anyone's lead, it was about moving on her own terms. Yet interpretations varied. Some found her actions empowering, while others saw them as indifferent. Melania has always been guarded, preferring quiet over grand displays. But in this small moment, her graceful steps down the stairs revealed something deeply human. A woman navigating her role, her way. The 2025 Inauguration Day was a spectacle of traditions and moments, but perhaps none as unexpectedly memorable as the scene between Donald and Melania Trump. As cameras rolled, capturing the formality of the occasion, one moment stood out, not for its elegance, but for its sheer awkwardness. Melania's wide-brimmed hat, the subject of many fashion conversations, unintentionally became the star of a fleeting yet telling exchange. When Donald leaned in to kiss her cheek, the hat's brim seemed to stand as a wall between them. It wasn't just a simple misstep, it felt symbolic. Instead of adjusting or finding a way to share the moment, both hesitated and abandoned the gesture entirely, leaving behind an air kiss that quickly went viral. Body language experts like Inbal Honigman couldn't resist weighing in. She suggested that the hesitation revealed more than a missed kiss. It spoke of an emotional distance. A moment that could have been tender felt rehearsed and uncertain. Adjustments could have made the interaction smoother, but neither seemed willing to make the effort, leaving the world to wonder about the message behind their actions. Melania's demeanor added to the intrigue. Unlike her poised, almost glowing presence at the 2017 inauguration, she appeared reserved and distant this time. While her posture and expression seemed to fade into the background, Her hat ensured she couldn't be overlooked, becoming a focal point of the day. The internet was quick to react, turning the moment into humor and speculation. Yet beneath the jokes lies the lingering question: was this a hat mishap, or did it quietly tell a story of its own? What do you think? Can body language experts really read a relationship from brief public moments? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.